In this video, I'll show you how to build a custom checkout page for WooCommerce using Breakdance. We've already imported our design set from Breakdance's design library, which has a ton of WooCommerce-ready design sets, and we've tweaked the styles in a few clicks using global styles. Now that our whole site is on brand, it's time to get started editing the WooCommerce checkout page. Since I'm on the checkout page in the front end, I can just use the Breakdance link in the top bar and click Open Checkout to open that up in Breakdance. Now, the first thing I want to do is remove this hero to remain more consistent with the way the cart page looked. And by default, we're going to have a checkout page element, which is basically one big block. It does have a bunch of customization options, so if you like the layout, you can just use this. But I want to do a bit more, so I'm going to get rid of the checkout page element, and I'm going to replace it with the checkout builder. And this lets us get more granular with the way things are laid out, and we can mix in other elements like an icon list or a testimonial. The first tweak I want to make is to the icons here in this icon list. So we'll go to design, go to icon. Let's change the background to red. And I like the black icon on the red because it kind of matches the overall aesthetic of our site. So we'll leave that. Next, I want to actually get rid of this testimonial, and I want to reuse the ones that we have on our cart page. So we'll click add, and we'll go to our library, and we'll go to cart, and we'll just drop in this section, and then we can move those around where we want them. So I actually want one up here. So we drop that in there. We can get rid of the rest of these. You could keep them down there, but I just want the one. And then you'll note that we don't have any spacing above it, which doesn't look very good. So we have a couple of options here. We could defer to the column itself for spacing and use gap, which is how I like to do it. The other option is to choose the actual icon list and add some space below it. We could add like 60 pixels. But then you can run into more inconsistencies. So let's actually clear both of these. And let's select the container, the column itself, and go to layout. And we'll choose a vertical layout, and we'll just add 60 pixels of gap there. And that looks pretty good, except for we don't want the gap below this heading. So we can actually offset that by going to spacing and adding a negative 60 pixel bottom margin. And actually, we might need a little bit more space than that. So let's do like a negative 50 pixels. There we go. And everything else just looks good by default, so I don't need to do any additional tweaks. We can see our form here, we have our order summary, and then we have some encouragement to help people feel confident in their choice to pay for the items that they've chosen. So with all those tweaks, I'm pretty happy with this, so we'll call this our finished checkout design. So with that, we've got a custom checkout page for WooCommerce, all designed visually using Breakdance's best-in-class WooCommerce integration.